Metascoop, Tyler Olson here. Alright, so I just decided to throw a list together of some of the top 10 Xyz monsters in the meta right now and in the game, basically. You're welcome to subscribe, like, and comment this post. Check out our other videos. We're currently looking for wants for our decks, and we'll bring you live deck profiles here after the 4th of July here. I just recently turned 19. Woohoo! And yeah, let's get down to business. First off, I just wanted to show you guys that this guy over here, number 12, Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja, is my top favorite Xyz monster in this game so far. Just because I play Inzectors, and every time I go into rank 5s, I always go into him all the time. Just wanted to share with you guys that he's one of my favorites. Unfortunately, he did not make the list. So, at number 10 on the top 10 Xyz page, we have Abyss Dweller. Abyss Dweller is a very great card in this game so far. Basically, it's not limited to one type of monster. It's just 2 level 4 monsters. And while this card has an Xyz material attached to it, and if it's a water monster, it gains 500 attack. So a lot of this is in I've seen this in Macro Rabbit, where you go Rabbit for 2 cobs, and if you're in a situation where you don't have Logia or Dalka, you usually go into Abyss Dweller, and it's got 1,000 extra points, so it's a 2,700 beater. But its main effect is once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, and any card effect that activates in the grave cannot be activated. So I'd say this is a really good card for Dark Worlds, for any other deck that involves a grave. My Inzectors included. I have been Abyss Dwellered many times during games, and it does suck, but it is a very great card. Coming in at number 9 in the countdown, we have Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. This card is very versatile in any deck, including any deck that includes rank 5 or 6 monsters. This deck has been seen in I've had it in Inzectors. I use an Inzectors. I use it for Volcana. Mainly, some people use Mind Control, take their opponent's monster rank 5 or 6 depending on the deck, and overlaying with Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. I've seen this in many decks of Heretics. Paul Cooper's Heretics, very great. I got my ass kicked to him at the Maplewood Regionals just for the hell of it. Shout out to you, Paul Cooper. Yeah, but this is a very versatile card when it comes to either taking your opponent's Xyz monster or using an OTK technique to take out your opponent. Coming in at number 8 in the countdown, we have Temtempo. Temtempo originally was everyone was like, oh, this card wasn't really that good, and then you read the card effect, and it actually is very versatile in any deck that you would face up against Xyz monsters, for the fact that once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card to target one Xyz monster your opponent controls, detach one Xyz material, and this card gains 500. So basically, during your turn and his turn, he'll become a 2,700 beater unless your opponent can figure something out to get rid of him on the field. But don't underestimate this guy. This guy has actually been very versatile in every deck. Next up, we have on number 7, Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosack. This card surprised me with its price at $200 when it first came out. This is a very versatile card. I don't really know much about it, but from watching duels with Dragon Rulers, E-Dragons, even Merms. I've seen someone use it in Merms. I was confused for a second. But its effect is pretty good. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card. It's for some 2 Mecha Phantom Beast tokens. While a token is on the field, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Once per turn, you can target one Mecha Phantom Beast and target one card on the field, destroy that. But this card cannot attack. This is a very versatile card in any deck that runs rank for level 7s. Just using it in Merms and E-Dragons. E-Dragons, it's just ridiculous what it does. It's basically 2600 beater right on the dot. I faced E-Dragons. I've lost to it many times. Not a big fan, but I do like Dracosac because of the versatileness of how it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. The only thing you can get around it is like I've seen many times where players would go Book of Moon, even use 2 monsters to take out the token and then figure out a way to get over the Mecha Phantom Beast. I've even seen this guy take it out. I've seen Tempo take it out in one duel. The beginner E-Dragon player, so kind of knew what he didn't really know what he was doing. Anyway, for $200 card, number 7 spot is, I think, perfect for it. Number 6 spot is Gaga Cowboy. When this first came out, I was like, you know what? It's a 1500 attack and 2400 defense. It'd be a good defense monster. I was kind of dumb and didn't read the effect. I pulled 2 in a pack, ended up trading them for cheap, and then finding out the price of that it's like $22. I was not happy with myself. So, but as we can look through the effect, once per turn you can detach 1 XE material from this card. Apply this effect depending on this card's battle position. Attack position: if this card attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 1000 attack, and the opponent's monster loses 500 attack during the damage step. And if it's in defense mode, you inflict 800 damage to your opponent. I've seen this card win many duels. At the Maplewood Regionals, I saw this one guy who's running, I believe, Evil Swarms versus Fire Fists. The guy got him down to about 650, and he just went caster, Thunderbird, overlay, Gaga to defense, and then basically just used his defense position effect and took the game, and ended up going up to the top tables. This card is very versatile for the fact that it's a 2400 defense stick. I don't even know what I said. And then also its attack position effect is really good to get over monsters that are kind of annoying and that are in your way for a OTK or just to finish a duel. That's why I put Gaga Cowboy at number 6. Number 5 is number 50, Black Ship of Corn. This card is I haven't had the pleasure of using this card in real duels because of the fact that I can't find it, or I don't even have trade bait to get one. But let's look at the effect. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XE material from this card, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card and send it to the graveyard. This card has cost me a lot of duels in which time ran out. One was at the Maplewood Regionals. I faced in my first round a man playing what was it? It was Fire Fist. Yeah, that's what it was. And I was running Mono Mermails, Billy Breaks version, and ended up coming into time, and I had the highest life points by like 500. And I was like, okay, it's his last turn to do what he needs to do. Let's see what's going to happen. He ended up overlaying for Black Ship. I had Zen mains on the field and ended up taking the game because of that. And that's the reason why Black Ship is good, is you can send monsters that are a nuisance, like Zen mains, to the grave, and its effect won't activate. So that's why it's in the number 5 spot. In the number 4 spot, we got Big Eye. Big Eye, it started out as a low card. It was originally like $10-15, and then people found out how good it was with Mermails and just went on with that. And then they found out, oh wait, it can work in Dragon Rulers, and it's being used today still. it's so good for the fact that you can, once per turn, you can detach 1 XP material from this card, target 1 monster your opponent controls, take control of that card, and it's permanent. It's basically a change of heart. Basically, it's a nah, let me take your card and use it against you. I've seen Dragon Rulers, the fight between them. Let me take your big eye. I'll overlay for a big eye and take your big eye and use your big eye's effect to take this card. I've seen it many times. It's at the number 4 spot because of that fact that it's a 2600 beat stick. It can take control of one monster on the field, and you don't get it back. I think that is one good versatile card. The only sad fact is you need a level 7. I can only see this in Mermails, E-Dragons, even Harpy Ladies, maybe even Gagagas. Yeah, anyway, that's why it's in the number 4 spot. In the number 3 spot, we got Volcanosaurus. Volcanosaurus came out of the new Z tin. It's such a versatile card. I've seen it in a lot of decks that run rank 5. But let's look at the effect. You can detach 1 XP material from this card, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy that monster, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroy monster's original attack. This card cannot attack during your opponent directly during the turn you activate this. So basically, Volcana is very, very good in any deck like Heretics with Paul Cooper. He's used it where he'd overlay for Volcana, use its effect, detach, and then leave the field wide open, and then overlay for this guy, Gaia Dragon, and then just OTK the opponent. I've seen this combo so many times, but that's why Volcanosaurus is at the number 3 spot. In the number 2 spot, we got Photon Papilloperative. This card came out of the Galactic Overlord pack, and I just looked at it and I go, it's a freaking butterfly. I know why Konami, just why? And then people started playing it in decks, and I'm like, wait, why is this card so good? And then I really need to read cards, let's put it that way. But it's so good for the fact that once per turn you can detach 1 XP material from this card, then target 1 defense monster, and basically switch its attack, and then it loses 600 attack permanently. It's a game changer for a lot of people. Like I've used it in Insectors where there was I faced a wind-up player. He set wind-up rat. I don't know why, but I was just like, okay, I'll overlay for Photon Pap and then use its effect, and basically dealt him 2100 damage. It's versatile for the fact that it will cripple your opponent's defenses. It's basically like a Book of Moon, but better. That's why it's in the number 2 spot. It's being used in every deck, almost every deck. In the number 1 spot, and this is from my opinion, wind up Zenmaines. Zenmaines is a versatile card. Everyone goes into him either first turn or to stall or anything like that. Yes, there is ways to get around him, but he is versatile. He makes game-changing plays. Like if you're stuck in a situation where your opponent has a big beater on the field, has 2 set cards on the field, and you go Tour Guide. Using Tour Guide is just the greatest. What I do in Insectors, just Tour Guide for Tour Guide, and my opponent would just sit there either on like a little trigger finger on his on the 2 back row cards. I go overlay, and he be trigger happy and go bottomless, and I just go Zenmaines, detach, don't work, sorry, and then just popping one of his cards for the fun of it. That's why Zenmaines is good, is the fact that he cannot be, if he would be destroyed by a card or card effect, I can detach an XP material, and then during the end phase, let me destroy one of your cards. That's why I think he is in the number 1 spot, because he is used in almost every single deck that involves level 3 monsters. that's it for the top 10 Xyz monsters. Subscribe, comment, and like below. Tell us what you want to see from our team. We just started out, so just tell us what you want to see, and we will do it. All right, thank you.